Shalom Aleichem, everybody. Hope all is well. The holy book, The Ethics of Our Fathers, asks a very great question. It says, who is rich? Who is wealthy? It says, somebody who appreciates what they have. That is something that is totally new to what we're used to. That we're telling us now that a person could be a billionaire and yet be poor, and someone could be in debt and be rich. It's all about the perspective. It's all about appreciating what one has. There's a very famous expression. There's actually two famous expressions. One goes like, the grass is always greener on the other side. And the other one goes, you only appreciate something when it's gone. And fortunately, I don't agree fully with the second statement, but in most cases, people only appreciate what they have once they already risk losing them. But what if we could appreciate what we have before we, God forbid, lose them, while we still have them? Then we can truly be rich and truly experience extreme joy in our everyday life. Very simply, by looking around you and noticing that everything that you have was not owed to you, but rather God has given it to you with His complete kindness. And He's giving it beyond our own deserving of it. We may not even deserve the things we have, but God nonetheless gives it to us. If we have a body that functions, the miracles that go on in our body, the fact that one has health is in and of itself the greatest miracle. The fact that we have oxygen to breathe, that we have people around us who love us, all these things are gifts from God above. And most importantly, we can have a relationship with God at every moment. And that is through learning Torah or learning about the 7 laws of Noach. If you're Jewish, to learn Torah, you can connect to God and find your purpose in life. And if you're a righteous Gentile, a non-Jew, you can connect to God through learning about the 7 laws of Noah, of the moral code for all of mankind, to prepare the world for the new era, a peaceful era. An era in the days of Mashiach when the Jewish Messiah will come, and that He will bring true peace to the world. Where the prophet Isaiah says that the nations will turn their swords into plowshares, meaning all the nations, all of the kings of all the leaders of all the countries will take their weapons and they'll turn them into farming equipment because there will be no more wars anymore when the Messiah comes. The whole world will be in peace, and there will be no more illness. Everyone will be healthy, and there will be a cure for all of the illnesses, and the whole world will feel God's presence and will be aware of God. When a person becomes grateful, because normally what happens sometimes in people's lives is only when they're, God forbid, sick, or if they're struggling, then they start to feel that they appreciate what they once had. But we have the opportunity to appreciate what we have while we have it. And that is true greatness. That is true joy. When we could wake up in the morning and be grateful for what we have, instead of always looking at other directions and feeling within ourselves a sense of incompletion. But to note that when we let God into our lives, when we let Hashem into our lives, we automatically become complete, because God is our true desire, and we're His greatest desire. So by making Him important, He takes that very seriously, and He comes into our lives at every moment. And what's an even greater way to get close to God? Well, I can't say even greater, because who are we to measure, but something that is also a great way to connect to God is to have empathy and to feel love for your fellow. The most important message in the Torah, in the Bible, is the following. And this is when they came to Hillel the elder, the great sage, the great righteous saint, the tzaddik. His name is Rabbi Hillel. They asked him, the whole Torah, what is the whole Torah in one sentence? In the time it takes me to stand on one foot, what is the entire Torah? And the righteous Hillel responded by saying, love your neighbor as yourself, and the rest is commentary upon that. Meaning the most important commandment, meaning the most important message, so to speak, in the Torah, is to be kind and to love your fellow as you love yourself. Because at the end of the day, we are all a part of God. All of our souls are a part of God. We are one with God. So, meaning there's no difference between you and your fellow. We are all one. So So a person can ask, how could it be? How could it be that the most important, the whole Torah is trying to get us to love our fellow? There are some things we could do to connect to God. How could it be that it's trying to get us to love our fellow? Well, the answer to this is very simple, my friends. That is the fact that God feels our pain more than we feel our own pain. Therefore, if we hurt our fellow, God feels our fellow's pain infinite times greater than we feel our fellow's pain, or we feel our own pain even. So when we hurt our fellow, who are we hurting? We're hurting God himself. But by that same token, my friends, when we do something good for our fellow, we are doing something good for God. And let's say we don't have a fellow around to do something good for, and even at every moment, we can do something good for God by learning Torah, by learning about the teachings, by learning how to live life in a godly way. Then we're going to be helping ourselves, because we're going to be bringing ourselves spiritual health, and automatically we will be feeling more complete. And this is all about gratitude, by appreciating what one has. When one focuses on the good things that God blesses him with and is grateful, it opens up a channel of divine blessings to bring down many more things to be grateful about. But when a person, God forbid, focuses on the negative, it opens up a, God forbid, but a channel of negativity. It's all about perspective. One's perspective, the outlook one has on life and on the way God is treating them, if one focuses it puts a positive lens on their relationship with God and with the world at large, they will automatically draw down incredible and tremendous blessings upon themselves and on the entire world. Therefore, when one does a good deed, not only are they helping themselves, not only are they helping, of course, Hashem, God, they're also helping every other person on this planet, because we are all connected. And when one does a good deed, it has a tremendously spiritually healthy effect on every single member of this world, especially one's parents and family, but of course the entire world, because we are all family, we are all one with God, we're all the creations of Hashem. And therefore, when one focuses on this and focuses on the good things in life, automatically they will be more grateful. Another technique to take this to greater heights is, if a person could ever imagine, God forbid, the feeling, if something to someone they love very much, if something, God forbid, bad happened to them, how concerned they would be. They could imagine, wow, so all these people around me that I have, and God is protecting them, and they're okay right now, and God's helping them, and He will help them. They will surely have a lot to be grateful for, to focus on just how much God protects us at every moment, and how God has the power to fix any situation. That no matter how dark a situation may be, God immediately can fix a situation. And the true situation will be fixed with the coming of Mashiach. When the Messiah will come, there will be peace throughout the entire world. The whole world will know Hashem, will know God, and will serve Him, and will want a relationship with Him, and will be extremely excited to do so. And not only that, but then the next era will take us into the true revelation of God's glory, when God will resurrect the dead, and that will be the Tchias HaMesim, where the Chaim Nitzchim, everlasting life. Because when one connects to God, God is beyond time. So when one serves God in this world, they connect to a level beyond time. In this world, we experience things through time and space, but God is beyond time and space, and the Torah, the Bible, is beyond time and space. So when one involves themselves in learning the Torah, they bring themselves to a place beyond time and space as well. They connect themselves to God. May Hashem bless you all. I hope you like this video. Please support the video by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and sharing with others to help spread the message, to bring everybody close to this ultimate process of bringing the Mashiach, bringing the Messiah, and bringing God into each and every one of our lives. Because when Mashiach comes, the Mashiach will teach us how to get even closer to God. May Hashem bless you all. Be well.